name is Shilpi Roongta. I am a consultant with Accenture. I work mostly in IT implementations, but I'm essentially a connector between business process and IT. And so I help clients figure out how to improve upon their business processes, mostly within customer management, and implement the right technologies to enable those processes. In addition to, I guess, my daily job, I am a very active volunteer both within Accenture and outside of Accenture. I've always been a big fan of the Accenture Development Partnerships group, which does international development work for nonprofits, governments, broader partnerships with other corporations. So I brought together a group of other individuals who are also interested in that work, and so we started essentially a community of analysts who are interested in supporting Accenture Development Partnerships, but maybe could not actually be on those projects themselves. And now we're growing that community to be kind of a global support network for the partnerships group. Externally of Accenture, I'm involved with, I support Charity Water. I love the organization. I think they do a great job with storytelling, but also providing the facts. I am a big proponent of social enterprise, and so I'm currently working on coordinating a summit with a few other folks where we're bringing in wonderful speakers and change makers in the area who are doing amazing things to make this world a better place, and we want to spread their knowledge and their experience to folks like me who are either students or young professionals looking to learn more about the space, learn what it takes to be successful. When I was in college, I really wanted to get into consulting. I come from a background where my parents are both scientists, so I had no real idea of what the business world looked like. But my brother, my older brother, he went into management consulting, and he always raved about the people that he was working with, the problems that he was tackling with his team, and something about that just kind of ignited this desire for me to be a part of something like that, to be a part of solutions for these large companies that are making an impact on the world in some capacity. But really, it was the problem-solving aspect, being a part of that solution, exposure to different working environments and clients, because as soon as you dive into a job, if it's not consulting or something similar, you're in one office, you're with one team, you're with one company. And so this was kind of the holy grail to get that experience in multiple work environments, and that was really exciting to me. And then, I mean, just the prospect of working with really smart people and knowing that everyone's been vetted, everyone's gone through the same interview process, and you just know that everybody comes from very solid backgrounds, and they all have a story to bring, and they all have certain skills. And so being able to learn from other people, in addition to what I do at work every day, was something that was really exciting for me. And then, of course, I had always done my poking around to find out what Accenture does for the community, and so when I came across Accenture Development Partnerships, I knew that this was a company that I could stand by because of the work that they're doing for the community and for the world. Small everyday challenges, where you're constantly joining a new project and you have to readjust to a new team, a new client, those types of things. But being a consultant, I think you kind of learn how to adjust. You have to be amiable. You cannot be complacent. You really have to be active. You have to be aware of the directions that you may be taking, but not realizing that you're taking. You have to be very strategic about how you position yourself, but then you also have to be your own advocate. this is a company of over 280,000 people. And so while everyone is very supportive of each other, it is also, you have to be your own, you have to watch your own back, and as a young professional, it's really tough. It's not easy because sometimes people don't listen, and so you have to find another way. You always have to have an A, B, C, D plan sometimes to figure out how to get what you want. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people within the firm who have supported me, but I don't know that it's always going to be like that. And so I've been able to take advantage of that as it's happened in the last 2 years that I've been here. I think people think that if you work hard and you do your job, then the opportunity will come sometimes. And a lot of times that's not how it works. And I think I've been very fortunate enough to learn that from an early age because I went to a university that has a co-op program. And I'm not sure if you're familiar, but Northeastern University has 6-month co-ops where you work full-time for 6 months, then you take classes for 6 months. And I did 3 of those. And so I got to experience what corporate finance is like. I got to experience what marketing is like. And I got to experience what consulting is like. So having had those 3 opportunities to dabble is kind of, I think, what has set the tone for me, at least currently, is, okay, I can start ruling out the things that I don't want to do. But the only way to do that is by having the opportunity to try other things. And I think a lot of times people say, okay, well, I like this, and I can see myself doing it, and so they dive in, or they don't take the time to look elsewhere and keep their doors open, and then after some time, that's when they realize, oh, maybe this is not right for me. A lot of people end up on that path, and I think it's changing now because you see a lot of people are changing jobs, after 2 years or after 1 year, whereas before it was maybe 5 years, and then you look back and say, okay, is this the right path for me? Wow.